Our culture is one. In 1959, C.P. Snow published The Two Cultures, in which he described how the air in Western countries are typically isolated from the sciences. Really. As a rule, artists don't talk with the scientists, and scientists have little respect for the artists and people whose training is in the humanities. In the same way, American businessmen have little regard for academics. Sure, within the physical science, and a similar phenomenon is often found in a latent animosity between the theoreticians and experimentalists. The cultural lift described by the C.P. Snow is an expression of the mechanistic mindset. It is a sign of a society that has a passion for thinking in boxes and taking things apart. In reality, our culture is one. Okay, wow. Underlying all the model of our thinking is the one. The synchronicity of the cultural revolution in the 20th centuries shows their connectedness. When the one changes in its state and makes a quantum jump, dislocations appear in a human coordinated system like geological faults appear during an earthquake. Sure, nice analogy. Therefore, science isn't disconnected from the humanities. All modes of our thinking have common roots in the cosmic realm of the forms. With the discovery that such a unity exists, you have begun the integration of your consciousness. The unity reveals itself in many examples. It appears in the connections that we find between the physics and metaphysics, and in the congruence of the mental, the spiritual, and the physical. To get feeling of the congruence, just consider your own situation. Okay, fine. In the course of your life, you have experienced the world and developed a view of its order. Can you really prevent this view from affecting your ideas of how you should live? Similarly, if you were to accept the premise that the background of the universe is mind-like, could you really keep that discovery separate from your spiritual convictions? There is no doubt that our view of the world affects our way of life. Yes, because the life is all about physics and information. I mean, physical world and informational world. All modes of our understanding have the same cosmic roots. This is the reason why quantum physics has something to reveal about how we should live. Wow. It is no accident that when quantum physics discovered a realm of forms as the foundation of the visible world, Carl Jung discovered a realm of forms at the foundation of our mind. What unconsciousness is to the mind, the non-empirical realm of reality is to the empirical world. As elements of our mind, the archetypes are non-empirical. Since they have the potential to appear in our consciences, they form a realm of potentiality. I think that we should have the courage to integrate the two and think of them together. Jung's realm of forms and the realm of forms that quantum physics discovered. In the introduction, we have already considered Jung's passionate description of the realm of archetypes as a boundless wholeness in which he became one with all that is. When material particles become potentiality waves, they also lose their identity in the cosmic ocean that is one. Jung's description of the ocean of the unconscious is a description of the mystic. In the same sense, we can say that the quantum physics isn't only a form of idealism, but a form of mysticism too. Sure. The stuff of the world is mind stuff, Eddington said. In the human mind, the cosmic mind stuff appears in the form of archetypical principles or concepts. In the external world, the mind stuff appears in the material structures. the concepts in our mind are models that agree with the external world because they have the same roots as the reality that they are modeling. Sure. In a synchronistic process, the same principles appear in our mind that actualize in the external world. We have body and mind because the universe has body and mind. When you become aware of common roots of seemingly disconnected phenomena and principles, you have advanced to an important level of integrative thinking. From there, you can proceed to yet higher levels at which you allow the integrative mode of thinking to restructure your consciousness. Because it makes a connection, the integrative mind is a mystical mind. Okay, fine.